Guys, it's time to say goodbye to World's Edge in Apex Legends Season 12. Olympus is my favorite map in Apex, especially for ranked. It's also really good for pubs in my opinion, but with this brand new map rotation in Season 12, we'll have Olympus, Storm Point and King's Canyon, no World's Edge in Season 12. Now I'm not too disappointed because we will still be getting Olympus back in Season 12 and I will be going through these map changes in this video for you guys. But for all of you World's Edge fans out there like me who really loved World's Edge, it's kind of some bad news for us, but at least we have Olympus. Can't say the same about Storm Point and King's Canyon, honestly. Alright, so let's shift our focus now to Olympus and take a look at these map changes because Respawn is making a good amount of map changes in Olympus, which hopefully will make the experience a lot more smooth and just a lot more fun overall, right? So here are some of the design goals that Respawn identified for Olympus in Season 12. They want to expand the map, spreading squads out more so the map center area like Lab Estates isn't the only go-to combat zone each game, and reducing the frequency of spontaneous third parties. This is great because we all know how frequent third parties are on Olympus, so I'm actually all for this change. They also want to have better rotational options to help players get around and out of dangerous choke points. That's good to hear as well. And Respawn also says they have a new interactive map toy. Toy is a strange use of word in here, but they also have play spaces to help attract players into the new areas, creating fresh new experiences for Olympus. So that said, let's actually take a look at these map changes and these new POIs on this map. First of all, we have the phase driver. So basically what's taking place with Olympus, like why we even have these map changes in Season 12, is because the phase technology on the map has like malfunctioned, right? So Olympus is basically plummeting to the city below. The phase driver, the actual phase technology, is responsible for this. So phase driver is a brand new area located in the newly expanded south side of the map. This new POI is large, but its circular flow and open environment around the center device creates various combat situations, so it's not too hard to get into interesting fights after dropping. I mean, this POI looks like it has a good amount of loot. It looks, you know, like it'll be a hotspot for sure, so I'm all for this. This area right here was actually dead space before this map update, so whenever Respawn gives us more POIs, you know, more places to land and more places to loot, it's always a dub in my books. Phase driver is also interactive, so players can gain high tier loot from it. I'm interested to see how this actually works in game, and there's also a new chunk of land that has replaced the empty curved highway bridge connecting hydroponics to the exterior area of Bonsai Plaza. Again, it's just more places to loot, you know, more places to fight, and I think whenever Respawn does this, as I said, it's always a good thing. Next up guys, we have Terminal, which is actually a brand new POI in the connecting area between Labs and that Bonsai Plaza area. But Respawn says that Terminal is a large interior POI that acts as a new central routing area for the map. With 5 entry points and exterior elevated platforms, Terminal's presence and effect on the surrounding area will change the way players flow and engage in the open areas around Labs and Bonsai Plaza. The interior is designed to keep people flowing and engaging between the platforms or the entry points, being visually open enough for opposing squads and third parties to be spotted before getting too close. So again, it just gives us more rotational opportunities. It keeps the, you know, the action flowing as Respawn said, and this was a very big choke point before, so it does make sense that Respawn is making this change because they want to limit the amount of choke points on Olympus. So again, I'm all for this. I'm all for this. There's also a pretty big, you know, chunk of land being added around Solar Array, like outside of Bonsai Plaza. Basically what Respawn doing is now is shifting, you know, those two areas, so Solar Array and part of Bonsai Plaza, and adding in, you know, a brand new chunk of land. So Respawn isn't, you know, destroying Solar Array, they're adding in to the map, which is actually really good because Olympus is, I think, one of the only maps that Respawn has right now that basically, you know, gives them the opportunity to like add in chunks of land and stuff, and add in, you know, just different pieces of connecting land without actually destroying a section or a POI, which is actually really good. There's also going to be a change in that hallway that connects Turbine and Rift, you know, that kind of long stretched hallway. Respawn has also added more entrances in this hallway, which again will result in this being less of a choke point, and you basically won't be getting trapped as much in this area because of the way it's designed. So again, kind of like a quality of life improvement here on the map. There's also more changes, throughout the map. One of the bigger changes right now is this area right here outside of Grow Towers. There was previously only 2 ways to get outside of Grow Towers and go up into Gardens, because obviously Gardens is on an elevated platform. But now Respawn is adding in a ramp, like a brand new ramp that you can actually take to get outside of Grow Towers into Gardens, right? Which again, it makes it less of a choke point and it keeps the action flowing in Olympus. Because before this change, you had to take the one existing ramp or you had to take the zipline. And of course, if a team is up there camping, taking a zipline is basically a death sentence, right? So I like this change a lot. Respawn is also going to be moving the location of some beacons on the map, which is interesting. They also removed 2 highly used redeploy beacons, one in Solar Array and one outside of Lab. And the reason Respawn is doing this is to slow squads down from getting between high traffic areas so quickly and flying into a sudden third-party fight. This again will actually make Valk really useful on this map. I feel like Valk is going to have a lot more. Her pick rate basically will be up a lot more on this map because of that, especially on a map like Olympus where rotations are very, very important. So yeah, we have 2 less redeploy balloons now. Respawn is also adding 4 additional loot bins on Oasis on the east side of the POI, which is basically supposed to prevent, players all landing in one area at Oasis, because right now players tend to land kind of the same place when they do go to Oasis. So this is supposed to kind of, stop that from happening and give players more opportunities to land in brand new areas, which is good. They also made a lot more quality of life changes, guys. I will link the full blog post down below in my description, so go check that out. But yeah, Olympus has a lot of changes, new POIs, new quality of life changes, and it should be fun. It should be a lot more, as Respawn said, it should flow a lot more and it should just make a lot more sense. And you'll see if pros, actually pick up this map. And this map is, played a lot more in ALGs as well. Who knows? It's kind of sad we won't be seeing World's Edge in Season 12. As I said, it's my favorite map. I just love how World's Edge looks. I love how World's Edge feels. To me, it's the best designed map in Apex right now. Respawn hasn't made any changes to Kings Canyon. And of course, Storm Point is Storm Point. So Olympus is the saving grace in terms of maps for me, because I love Olympus. I'm not too happy about Storm Point and Kings Canyon. But I think Respawn will eventually, pull those maps together and make them a lot more fun in the future as well. So what do you guys think about this? Leave your thoughts down below. Do you think that Olympus is going to be a lot more fun to play in Season 12? And also, what are your thoughts about Respawn removing World's Edge from the pubs rotation in Season 12 as well? Leave your thoughts below and I'll see you guys in some more Apex. Till next time.